So here we are with Anupy Singla. You came to the store a couple of years ago. Was it two? It was 2 years ago, I think.
Has it already been 2
years?
It is.
Oh,
that's
I know.
Scary.
Time for, well, either that or you've written books really fast. For your Indian slow cooker, and now you're back with Vegan Indian. You did such a great time, and people were so enthralled that we invited you back, and you came.
I love it.
And you brought tiffins, spiced tiffins.
Yes.
This time.
Oh, I can't wait to sell those. Yeah, they're amazing.
But tell us about this, because we were discussing earlier off camera about how there's not a culture of restaurant, like going out to restaurants in India, and you learn from the generational, passing on the recipes, the spice blends, and are they even written down? Tell us a little about that, and do the recipes even get written down, or do you actually?
Oh, Alison.
I know.
No, they don't.
They don't get written down.
That was a big point of contention
between
my mother and I in the first book, because she wouldn't write it down, and then the next time she would say, "Oh, it's a little more of this. It's a little bit less of this." So for me to log everything and write it all down is such a big deal. And my family now, my extended family, my mom comes from a family of 12 brothers and sisters. We have over 50 cousins around the world. They're using my books now, and my cousin is based in Afghanistan for the UN. She gives the book to folks there to cook the recipes.
Great living history.
Yeah, it's amazing.
But your grandmother was a big influence on your cooking as well.
My grandmother, but mostly my grandfather on my father's side was a huge foodie. And believe it or not, I mean, there's a culture where men don't cook.
I was going to say, yes.
But he insisted on really spicy, authentic Punjabi food.
Okay. And
he had some dishes that are actually in this book that I've never ever revealed before, that my parents and family on my dad's side were like, no, we can't get that recipe out. But we managed to get like the, it's a ginger soup. It's like a ginger masala base that's made with milk. But I did it with soy milk, and it's vegan milk, and it's delicious.
So tell us now, this is vegan. Why vegan this time? Like why, I mean the slow cooker wasn't. I mean you've obviously edged towards that. So what brought about the vegan influence?
You know, when I went to go, my publisher approached me for the second book. He said, well, what do you want to do? And I said, how about a vegan book? He said, how about a meat book? I said, how about a vegan book? And he goes, how about a meat book? And he goes, wait a minute, are you vegan? I go, pretty much. And nobody really knows it. I don't wear it on my sleeve. I don't go and try to change you or anyone else. It's just my preference. And Indian food is so easy to make vegan, you're never going to lack in terms of taste or flavors. So why not celebrate the cuisine that celebrates the vegetable on the plate versus any other cuisine where you really do have to have the meat there oftentimes. So it's just a way to kind of show you my recipes that I've
grown up with. Well, and vegan is vegan and Indian individually are so popular, certainly here in Toronto and with cookbooks, and so to combine the two, it seems like a no-brainer to us as a retailer. But tell us too, if somebody's using this book, what are the essential in spicing that they, like I said, people get a little intimidated who haven't grown up with maybe Indian food or vegan, so what are the things they should have on hand if they want to use this book? So, you know, any Indian cookbook, any cookbook for that matter, I really recommend getting the spice tiffin or a spice box like it. They're out there. The one that I have, I've created, is a little bit different, has some other little things in there. It's fabulous.
But it has 7 compartments for your 7 key essential spices. So from that, you know in your head you need about 7 to start with. One is basic salt, garam masala, cumin, turmeric, coriander powder, red chili powder, mustard seeds if you're cooking South Indian food, and I'm sure I'm forgetting one, but you know, those are your basics.
Yeah, morph it to whatever your particular taste buds like.
Exactly. So
was there anything when you sort of became vegan that you were, oh my gosh, I can't believe I've given that up? Do you have any longings for any?
I do. We talk about that all the time. I'm all about full disclosure. So, you know, people say, are you vegan?
That's the reporter in you.
I really am. I mean, I feel like I'm dysfunctional just like everybody else. And I'd rather just admit it and come clean with it. But yeah, so yogurt. It's very cultural for us. If my mother-in-law makes homemade yogurt, if I do, it's very tough for me to say no to a bowl of yogurt. And you know what? I'm not going to guilt myself out of it. Seafood sometimes is very hard for me. I do taste test my recipes. We are going to do a meat book eventually, but my husband's a carnivore, so it's really easy for him.
Interesting household. What about your children?
They claim they're vegetarian, but they eat chicken once in a while. But
eat healthy, right?
I tell them, eat healthy, eat whole food, eat real food. If you know where your food comes from, who cares?
You're going to be fine.
You're going to be fine.
Tell us a little bit, though, about your mother-in-law and the rolling pin. You were saying this earlier, and I just thought we should, she gave you a rolling pin. It's a tradition?
Yeah, when my husband and I got married, I moved from Philadelphia to Chicago, and it's a tradition to give you a tava, which is what you cook rotis on, and a rolling pin.
Right.
And I just cringed. I was a reporter at Bloomberg News at the time, and I consider myself, you know, pretty cool. And I'm hip. I grew up in the States. And I just cried. I went home and I cried, and I thought, oh my God, I'm going to be stereotyped. I have to cook this man food every night, otherwise my mother-in-law's going to come over here and say something about it. And so, we've come to a happy medium, and it's ironic now that I'm writing cookbooks, and I've embraced, the cook in me.
And your mother-in-law's thrilled?
Oh, she's beyond, because she knows her son is very well.
Well, Lydia, exactly. Well, so we're looking forward to this one too, and we look forward to more books coming from you as well.
And I look forward to you inviting me back. I love the store. I tell the world about it.
Oh, thank you.
I really love what you're doing here. It's amazing.
Well, we enjoy eating. I think everybody does. Thank you.
Excellent. You. Part. I'm gonna make this the one. This one's gonna pop. All right. So.
Oh, beautiful.
Close it.
Perfect.